everyone, welcome back to another Planet Zoo speed build in Elmwick Park Zoo. Before we jump into today's habitat and I explain what I'm doing on the screen, I just wanted to quickly mention that today's video is going to be a little shorter than normal. Usually I'd aim for something closer to half an hour, but I still wanted to get a video out this week rather than skip and upload completely, and the reason for that is I'm actually on holiday while this video goes live, so I had to get everything recorded and edited ahead of time. That does mean this build is a little more rushed than I'd normally like, so I hope you'll forgive me for that. I figured a shorter video upload was better than no upload at all. Today's habitat is for the adorable meerkats, one of my favourite small animals in Planet Zoo. They're just packed with personality. I love their animations. I always enjoy watching them running around and standing on lookout. I think it's really cute. So this habitat is going to look a little familiar. So it's taking a lot of inspiration from a fennec fox habitat I built in my like how to start Planet Zoo video. I really like the style of this habitat and I thought it would just work well for the meerkats as well. So if you haven't seen that video already, definitely go and give it a watch after this one. There's plenty of tips on there to kind of tell you guys the basics of starting in Planet Zoo. Since both animals naturally suit the warm desert aesthetic, it made sense to use a similar design rather than reinvent a new kind of enclosure for them. I've changed plenty of details to make it slightly more suited for meerkats, but you can definitely see where the inspiration comes from with the like ruined temple bricks kind of blocking out areas. Because meerkats are neutral, I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have them completely on show. So just putting these breaks kind of in sight lines, so hopefully they will not be too stressed. One thing I always like to do with habitats like this is to fill it with lots and lots of different rocks, branches, and things like that. Rocks do so much heavy lifting in the desert builds. They help create visual interest, they break up open spaces, and they give the enclosure that rugged appearance without needing loads and loads of extra plants. It's fairly minimal, the plants are fairly minimal, they don't really need like lush vegetation, so I'm using kind of hardy desert shrubs, lots of, is it gin grass? Can't remember. Din grass? Who knows? Whatever that grass is. I've used plenty of that around there. So just to make sure it doesn't look too overcrowded, but there's still plenty going on. If you've ever watched meerkats, you'll know that they absolutely love climbing up onto high spots to survey everything around them. So I just wanted to recreate the kind of look of them being able to do that in this habitat. Whether they actually do use any of the rock builds that I create in here, who knows. I haven't seen them use it since I've been recording, but I haven't overly spent a great deal of time looking at them, so my bad. Since this is a speed build, I'm not trying to overcomplicate things too much. Sometimes it's easy to spend hours on a build, which, trust me, I love doing, but I just didn't have the time. So for this habitat I just wanted to keep things relatively straightforward while still ending up with something I'd happily place in one of my zoos, and I think this actually fits really nice in our zoo. So not that there's much going on around it, but it's actually good to just use this space for something. So I'm happy that the meerkats are here. I actually think builds like this are a good reminder that not every habitat needs to be enormous or incredibly complex to look good. Sometimes a smaller enclosure can be just as satisfying. So we're getting to the finished result now. I'm just adding some little details, last little things that we need. I'm really happy that I used the thatch roof here. Just to fit in with the red river hog habitat in the back there. And overall I'm really happy with how this turned out, especially considering I was working on a much tighter schedule than usual. So hopefully once I'm back from holiday, we'll be straight back into longer builds and more ambitious projects that you're used to seeing on the channel. As always, obviously let me know in the comments what animal you'd like to see me build next. I always enjoy reading your suggestions. I actually might make a poll because I'm pretty sure I want to do a big cat because we do not have one in the zoo yet. So I'll pop a poll up at some point and you guys can vote on it later this week. If you enjoyed today's shorter speed build, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and check out some of the other Planet Zoo videos on my channel. If you like this habitat, definitely check out the rest of the playlist. We've been building in this zoo for quite a few weeks now, and it's definitely come a long way since the patch of land we had at the start. It's been really fun. I can't wait to make new zoos for you guys. Maybe more of a story zoo, or honestly I like playing franchise, so I would say that's definitely going to be my main kind of focus on this channel, but I'm more than happy to do a sandbox zoo if you guys would be into that as well. Let me know. I might actually go back and change these branches that I've popped around the enclosure because I didn't realize until I pressed play and actually started recording the meerkats that they wiggle around in the wind, obviously, and it looks really silly. So I'm gonna have to go back in and actually change these branches, I think, which is fine. We can use the like African wood. It's just I did like these ones because they were nice and bulky, and also kind of desert-like, but never mind. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me despite the slightly shorter episode this week, and I will catch you guys in real time because we are pretty much done here. Goodbye everyone. We have 2 males in here and 3 females in here, and they actually live in groups called mobs, gangs, or clans, and they can range from just a few individuals to over 30 members. They work together to survive, and different members take on different roles throughout the day. One meerkat will often stand guard while the rest of the group searches for food. If danger appears, the lookout gives a specific alarm call depending on whether the threat is coming from the ground or the air. Meerkats spend nights and the hottest parts of the day in extensive underground burrow systems. Burrows can have multiple entrances, and some burrow systems are used by generations of meerkats. Despite looking a little like prairie dogs, meerkats are actually members of the mongoose family, and they eat almost anything. So it can be insects, beetles, scorpions, spiders, lizards, small snakes, bird eggs, fruit, and roots. One of the coolest facts about meerkats is they have a degree of resistance to scorpion venom. They'll often remove the stinger before eating the scorpion, but adults can sometimes handle venomous prey really, really well. They are also excellent diggers. Those long claws aren't great for climbing trees, but they're perfect for digging through hard ground. Adults take turns caring for pups whilst other members of the groups go off to forage. And some individuals even act as teachers, bringing young meerkats disabled or dead prey before eventually introducing live prey so they can learn to hunt. This is considered one of the clearest examples of teaching behaviour in wild animals. Early in the morning, meerkats often stand facing the sun with their dark stomach fur exposed. The darker fur absorbs heat more efficiently after a cold night. Those iconic black eye patches aren't just for appearance, they actually help reduce glare from the bright African sun, making it easier to spot predators, similar to how athletes use black eye paint. Meerkats can spot birds of prey from a considerable distance while standing upright. Their lookout system gives the rest of the group valuable time to dive into nearby burrows, and they are surprisingly fast. They can reach speeds of around 20 miles per hour over short distances whilst escaping predators. We have had our fossas grow up, so I'm actually just going to chuck them into the trade centre, because for some reason whenever I try to release them to the wild it just freezes my game. So I just have to pop them into the trade centre first. Let's have a look what we've got. What's happening? Oh, it's got Meerkat written in there. I know I bought a male, but I can't remember which one. Okay, let me work this out. Why are they all similar age? Oh gosh. Okay, I fixed it. We've officially released them to the wild, and we've done some vet research. That's great. So we now have a male and female back into the fossa habitat, so that's great. And we can upgrade some food here. Grade 2 for the meerkats. We will get them grade 3 shortly. Let's just see if these guys come in here. Come on. There we go. This is our male and our female. So they should be happy in here, and they should be breeding shortly, which is what we want to see. But that reminds me, we did lose... let me date it. Oh, there we go. This one. There we go. We lost our female. So we'll go and pop her over here. I will actually make sure these are in the middle now. I think I will just do the 4 across the top, and then I'll move them all off camera. But yeah, we now have 4 deaths in the zoo. It's very sad, but it's okay. So yeah, this is our meerkat habitat. It looks really sweet. I'm happy with it for such a quick build. I definitely came out okay. I think I could lower these temple bricks a little bit, to be honest. They're a bit large, but we'll see. The lemurs are upset again. What's new? So yeah, in the next episode we will definitely work on something over here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!